Hi Capricorn, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-April 2023 love reading. Thank you to those of you who like, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. And for those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, that's what I call the bridge the gap spirit. And the way it works is we'll look at the past, present, and future energies between you and your main love interest. Once we get through all that, we'll pull some oracle cards as well for some additional insight. That's where the bridge the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as your energy and the cards on the right as the other person's. If you feel like it's the other way around in your situation, then definitely adjust that. Alright, so we'll fall out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the Prince of Arrows. So this is the equivalent of the Knight of Swords in traditional tarot. And it could just be saying that in the past, you might have been the one to open up and express your feelings, especially given that we see the name Cupid on this card as well. So yeah, it could just be one of those things where it said that you actually were the one who initiated at least expressing feelings within the connection. Alright, past energy on their side, we have the Ten of Wands. So this is a Sagittarius energy here, and it could just be saying that the two of you, there might have been physical distance between the two of you, so maybe you might have crossed paths while traveling, or it could just be saying that maybe this person travels a lot for work, so even if they do live in your main area, you might have found that, okay, actually being in the same place at the same time often wasn't necessarily too easy to pull off. But yeah, I feel like either way, this is saying that in the past they might have expressed either blatantly said that, hey, I just have too many other things going on to really have a relationship, or at the very least, through them actually physically being gone all the time, you might have come to the realization that way too. Alright, present energy on your side, we have the Nine of Staves, so more Sagittarius energy there, and the Eight of Coins, Virgo energy. So yeah, this could just be saying that maybe you feel a little bit guarded now, right? So maybe if you did feel like you were vulnerable and you might have felt like this person shot you down, for example, now you might just be feeling a bit more guarded around expressing yourself and maybe just shifting your focus more toward work, right? Practical day-to-day routine things. But that's what I'm seeing with that. And now for somebody, to be fair too, it could just be saying that maybe you're also working on overcoming feeling very guarded, right? So maybe if you felt like you waited too long to express yourself or things along those lines, that could be another way that energy's playing out too. Alright, present energy on their side, we had a few cards come up. We have Temperance, so Sagittarius energy again. Seven of Cups, which is Scorpio energy, and Three of Swords, Libra energy. So for some of you, maybe you're dealing with the Sagittarius, given that we've seen so much energy pop up. But yeah, it's not that. Could just be saying that. Looks like this is saying here, Temperance usually points to an energy of balance. But then we see the Seven of Cups, which points to confusion. And then the Three of Swords, in this case, definitely does, obviously, the artwork points to a third-party dynamic. So for some of you, this could just be saying that maybe even that's what's really going on beneath the surface, right? So maybe they did legitimately have to travel a lot, or maybe they were wrapped up with work. But given what's going on in the present here, it could just be saying that they're also trying to regain their balance from a third-party dynamic that might have gone south. So it could just be working through that, and maybe they didn't want to necessarily reveal that's what they went through. So that's why they might not have been as forthright in the past. That's what I see with that. But yeah, either way, it definitely looks like they're going through a lot in the present, to say the least. Alright, future energy on your side, we have Tradition. So this is the equivalent of the Hierophant in traditional tarot, which is actually the major arcana card for Taurus. So it could just be saying that as we move through Taurus season, you might actually find your desire to turn this into a more traditional structured connection could be growing for you, but we do see the Romeo and Juliet names on the card, so it could just be saying that in some way there might be some hurdle to overcome with that, right? So like I said, it looks like this person was getting out of a third-party dynamic in the present, so could just be one of those things. And on top of that, there's going to be a Mercury retrograde starting up pretty soon, so could just be a lot of energy at play where people are just going to be clearing out old cycles. Alright, and future energy on their side, we have the King of Cups. So this is actually a Scorpio energy here. So really what I'm seeing with this, given that you have a Taurus card on your side in the future and they have a Scorpio card, this could just be saying that around the time of the Scorpio full moon, which would be in early May, that might be when you guys are actually able to discuss things and try to get things back on track. And with the King of Cups energy too, that could point to a level of them being more open to things at that point as well. So be on the lookout for that timeline there. All right. Bottom of the deck on your side, we have the Prince of Coins. So this is actually the equivalent of the Knight of Pentacles, which is Virgo energy. So yeah, this could just be for some of you. Again, I'm getting that same energy I was talking about there, where maybe you felt like you waited too long to express yourself around the situation, right? So you might have felt like it was a missed opportunity type dynamic. But if that's the case, like I said, it seems like they're working through some stuff, so I don't necessarily feel like it was a permanently missed opportunity, right? Maybe just delayed. All right, and bottom of the deck on their side, we have Judgment. So yeah, for sure, this could be an indicator of the past coming up. This is definitely a perfect card to see come up for a Mercury retrograde. So yeah, like I said, it could just be one of those things where they have to work through that cycle of putting that past situation behind them with the third party dynamic that seemed to have gone south. But and again, this is, to me, this is a Scorpio energy too, so this could definitely be another indicator that there could be a significant shift with that Scorpio full moon coming up in early May. All right, so next we'll see what we get from the Oracle cards. First, we'll see what we get from the Moonlight deck here. I'm going to be looking for unspoken messages from you to them and from them to you. Alright, so nothing's coming up, so what I'll do is I'll put the deck down, and just give me a few seconds to tune in. We'll pull a card. Alright, take this one here, and next we'll see what we get from them to you. Oh, got one, but it fell, so give me a second to pick that up, and we'll see what it says. Alright, so on your side, we have within a year or more. Okay, these cards are always kind of annoying to me because it's like, alright, a year or more, I mean, well, that could mean next tour season at that point, right? So I didn't necessarily get an indicator that it was going to be that long. I'm really feeling like it's going to be this upcoming Scorpio full moon, but we'll see what the card on their side says. All right, we have energy. It says, you've been thinking about me because I've been thinking about you. We're connecting. So yeah, this could definitely be someone from your past for sure. And like I said, Mercury retrograde dynamics could be at play there. But yeah, like I said, it looks like they're healing from something that within a year or more thing. I mean, the more I think about it, given what we're talking about here, especially given that we see tradition, and like I said, you could want that to build into something more stable. Could just be saying that maybe that could be how long the connection could last, right? You might build up to that point over that time, but I feel like you guys are going to be reconnecting a lot sooner than that. But we'll see what the Wisdom of the Oracle adds to the mix. And here I'm just looking for a single card to wrap the reading up with. Almost have one there. so what I'll do is I'll put this deck down as well, and then just give me a few seconds to tune in and we'll pull a card. Oh, okay, that was sticking, so we'll go with that one. Alright, let's see what this is about. Alright, we have Buy the Book. There's the artwork and the numbers 11. Alright, the relationship message says getting along with others entails understanding and respecting who they have become as a result of their environment, culture, and experience. Find a middle ground that allows the relationship to flourish while honoring the individuality of the other person. Play things by the book instead of trying to break the rules or pressure others to conform to the way you want to do them. Your connection will deepen as a result. So interesting message there, because all the by the book talk and how you guys have the tradition and the future position, right, with the Romeo and Juliet names on it. So yeah, it could just be saying, especially if, like I said, this person was just still processing the ending of a third party dynamic, could just be saying that at the very least you might have to be a little bit patient for them to turn it into something more formal, but it looks like you guys will be able to get some progress a lot sooner than that. Like I said, probably as early as that Scorpio full moon. But hopefully that resonated with you guys. We'll wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.